So news just in, Tokina have given us exactly what we wanted, another 85mm 1.8 lens for Sony. I'm only joking, I know there have been a lot of 85mm 1.8 lenses, budget friendly options under sort of £500 coming in. At the last few months it's been pretty intense, I suppose. Just the last year alone, I think there's been 5 85mm lenses come out. So I'm not surprised that Tokina are jumping on the bandwagon. They want to get in on that mirrorless market, and their new ATX-M for mirrorless systems, I'm not surprised they're starting with an 85mm. I will say, I've seen the pictures of this 85mm and it's decidedly similar to the Viltrox 85mm that I reviewed last year. That was actually a really good lens. I'm fully aware that Viltrox was really just for Sony, and this ATX lineup that Tokina are going to release is for all systems, different mounts, and it's going to be a bit of a wider range. But it's going to be hard push to beat that Viltrox, I think, at 1.8. I was actually really impressed with it. There hopefully will be a few extra bits that make it a slightly better lens, but until I get it in my hands, I'm not entirely sure. I'm a big fan of the Samyang 85 1.4 for any of you that have seen my review. If you haven't, go and check it out. And also go and check out that Viltrox. The Viltrox was very good for the money. Now the Viltrox comes in at about £300, $350, $400. You may be able to get it a bit cheaper now anyway, so I didn't pay for that lens. They sent me one to review, but they are going, I've seen them going used for about $280, £250 in the UK. So if you can get anywhere close to that and you're on a really tight budget, that's a great place to start. But if you're thinking I want to get something a little bit more, this new Tokina lens is coming in at $500 or £500, £489, $500 in the US, and that is only $100 cheaper than the Sony 85. Now if you're going for a Sony 85 1.8, that's the one I'd probably recommend. I love this Samyang, and I'm able to get this Samyang for cheaper than the Sony 85 1.8, and it's a 1.4, and I just prefer the look of it. There's not much in it, if I'm honest with you, but I do love that Samyang. Obviously there's quite a lot of 85mm lenses, so this Tokina has really got to stack up. Now at the moment they've only announced it as an E mount for Sony, but I'm pretty sure you'll see an RF mount for the new Canon, the Nikon, the Z mount, the L mount as well, I expect you'll see. So we'll see all these for the new mirrorless systems, and that's great because not a lot of the ones that are out for Sony are on the other systems, and I think Tokina are going to really start releasing a few lenses for the mirrorless system starting with 85, and there's going to be a few different primes, so we're going to see some manufacturers really get involved with the mirrorless system, and that's great for all of us that are on mirrorless. So I've just put up a few sample images that I've taken off the website. You can see them in a high resolution there if you click the link below, but this particular lens features an optical design made of 10 glass elements in 7 groups. They go on to say the usual things like excellent resolution, edge-to-edge sharpness, but until I get it in my hands, and I will get a sample one in and put it through its paces, why not? I love an 85mm, so I think I've done 3 85mm reviews, so let's do another one. They go on to say it has super low reflection multi-coating for a natural colour and excellent contrast, and an STM focus motor that moves an all-metal focus unit with high-quality lubricants, which should just mean fast and quiet autofocus, and hopefully good manual focus, which will come into play when using for video. This has a lovely manual focus ring for video, not like you'd expect on a proper sort of cinematic lens, but it's really nice to use if you're looking to sort of do a hybrid of the two. Tokina are saying it was developed in accordance with Sony specifications. It's just the actual shape of the unit. It looks very similar to that Viltrox. It may just be that it's the shell and they shared the design of the shell. Viltrox came out quite early on, and I imagine Tokina may have kept theirs behind to look and enhance as much as they can on that lens even further. So we'll see. So as it was announced yesterday, pre-orders are now available today, and the lens should be shipped on February 7th. I will have a look, see if I can get my hands on one. I'm not really in the market to buy another one, so I will see if I can get a unit to test and give you all my opinion on that in the sort of coming months ahead. So for $500, it's not cheap, but we'll see what it can come up with. If it's close to the Sony A7 1.8 and $100 cheaper, even if it surpasses it slightly, then I think that could be the one to get. But the Sony is great. I did love my Sony 85mm 1.8. The image was great, it was nice and light. So we'll see, and that had the focus hold button, which I don't believe that this Tokina does. But we'll see. I will reserve judgment until I get it in my hands, but do keep an eye out for that video. Until then, as always, I'm Matt from Roto, and I'll catch you in the next one.